Yo, it's your boy Dctree from Dctree-Nation.com, where we cover hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. DeRozan is up for a max extension, and officially, as of this video, the Spurs haven't ruled out giving it to him. But to be honest, I don't think there's any way to avoid giving him a max extension. And I'm going to tell you why. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel. Okay, first off, I want to say is that I put a lot of thought into this issue, and I've been stewing over this video a few days. I wanted to make it. I didn't want to make it. I wanted to make it. I didn't want to make it. And I just went ahead and made it because I really don't see a way for the Spurs to avoid giving DeMar DeRozan a max contract. And let's be clear. DeMar does not deserve a max contract. He is not a max player. He doesn't deserve a max extension. But you can't, pay players what they deserve in today's NBA. It's almost like you have to overpay them in some capacity. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, the Spurs don't have to do anything. And you're right. But this is the thing. The Spurs can't afford to let him walk from a talent perspective. They can't allow him to walk. And the only way to ensure him not walking is giving him the max extension. Think about the NBA. Think about the surrounding teams. They're not as smart as the Spurs. They're not as frugal as the Spurs, okay? They are going to throw money at DeMar DeRozan. It's going to be a Sacramento, maybe a Dallas, a Phoenix. Somebody is going to throw max money at this guy. He's 30 years old. He's a bona fide all-star. Going to give you over 20 a game, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Someone's going to throw him max money. So the Spurs have to sit back and say, hey, can we contend without him? Now, if it was maybe last year, a couple years ago, I would say yes. But clearly, the West has went through like a metamorphosis, okay? The Clippers tough. The Lakers tough. Utah is tough. Team after team is tough. You still got Portland. Like I mentioned before, Dallas, they have a healthy Porzingis. You still got Luka over there. The West is just so loaded with talent that even if Murray is a real player, even if Derek White improves and is a real player, even if Lonnie Walker gets time, you still may need that all-star punch that DeRozan gives you. Then on top of everything, you got to think about this. If you lose DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge is not far behind. It's already rumors that he's going to Portland, that he wants to go back to Portland. They're getting, bigger and bigger every year, those rumors. So if you lose, his all-star mate, his bona fide all-star mate, he's definitely going to be looking to leave. And from what I'm hearing, the Spurs aren't looking to rebuild. Now, don't get me wrong. It's kind of like a double-edged sword, because if Lonnie Walker, Derek White, and Murray, blow up, do you really need DeRozan like that? But can you definitively say you wouldn't need DeRozan? The West is so unpredictable and so challenging these days. You may need all 4 of those guys on the wing in some capacity. You see what I'm saying? Once you factor in, maybe not as starters, but maybe have a 6-man, Derek White be a 6-man, or have someone come off the bench. You may need that perimeter scoring and defense. So the Spurs are in a pickle, man. They are in a pickle because they're in a situation that a lot of small market teams find themselves in. They almost have to overpay players to keep players. They don't really have that winning pedigree to kind of, seduce people. Seduce. I could have came up with a better word than that. But you get what I'm saying. Convince. Thank God. Convince people to stay. So they got to pay. That's what it's looking like. I don't really see another way. But don't get me wrong, though. Maybe DeRozan comes to his senses, does the honorable thing, say, hey, I want to help the team out. I take a little less. That's possible. It's just not likely. We're not in the era of the big 3. We're not in the era of team first. And rightfully so, he may want to get his money. This is the last big contract he's ever going to sign. He's 30 years old. This is it. So it's hard to say. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this situation. All right, guys, that's it for this one. For more information on hoops, check out the main page, Dctree-Nation.com. Like us on Facebook. Don't forget to hit that sub button. Help a brother out. Peace.